Well, good morning to a rainy and cold Pittsburgh. We're starting this video by jumping in the truck. We got the most essential camera equipment with us here because we're about to go on a road trip. I'm very excited for this trip actually because we're about to see a car. I mean, you guys have probably read the title already, but anyhow, we're about to see the HYDROLOCKED AMG finally. It's been over 2 years since we last had that car on the channel. We're meeting up with the new owner. He lives in southwestern Florida, so during this whole trip, I don't know how much I'm going to film, unless something interesting happens. I'll see you in a completely different climate. And we're back, and welcome to a windy and actually kind of chilly Fort Myers, Florida. And the reason that I've made this trip is because of the car that I'm looking at right now. It's been over 2 years since we've seen the original HYDROLOCKED AMG on the channel. Today is such an awesome day. I'm looking at the car. It doesn't look like like it did when I last had it. You know what? We're not gonna waste any more time. Boom! Here it is. Look at that. The original AMG, the car that I ordered, that I spec'd out myself, and that unfortunately got hydrolocked, is sitting right in front of us here. I've met up with the new owner, Francisco. We're gonna talk to him here shortly. But here it is. I've gotten so many questions over the years of when I'm gonna see this car. Originally, it had one new owner, the guy that fixed it up, and then the gentleman that we're about to meet, he's the one who bought it once it was done, and he has indeed not wrapped it. It is actually plasti dipped in this like chrome blue color. Here it is, look at this. The original AMG is so weird. I just got to ride in it over here and it's just such a surreal feeling. Still has the original black forged wheels that I spec'd on the car, and the whole car was plasti dipped originally, but he's removed parts of it. We have the original wing. Remember, I took this off when we put the mode carbon wing on there. This is the car that I ordered. How freaking cool is this? We got the performance seats, we got the red seat belts. I wanted the carbon fiber center stack, but they were, I think they were out or something. I couldn't order it, so we got this right here, the black wood grain. This is the car that I took delivery of, and I'm looking at it right now. It's such a surreal feeling. Look at this. Now we're of course going to take it for a drive. It actually has a tune now, so it has about as much horsepower that my second AMG had, minus the downpipes, because it's still stock exhaust. But here it is. God, that is so weird. You guys remember when I used to start every video like that? I absolutely still love the sound from an AMG, specifically my old C63. All right, so what we're gonna do now is, of course, take it out on the road and drive it for probably the last time. I didn't think I would ever drive this car again. I mean, it's such a weird feeling, it really is. By the way, this is Francisco. Hello. The new owner. I mean, he's been the owner for what, a year and a half?
Year and a half, yeah.
Of the original C63. I'm so like, I don't know, I'll probably be stuttering a lot and saying a lot of uhs in this video because it's so weird. But before we take it out on the road, I mean, what do you think of this car?
I love it. It's a great car. I mean, it's a everyday drivable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's performance, luxury, all mixed into one.
It really is. It's the
great.
perfect combination.
Yep.
It is, because it has the looks, it has the performance, and then it has the even the comfort. Even though you have, you know, the performance seats are pretty stiff. They're, by the way, a lot stiffer than in the Ferrari.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They're comfortable though.
Yeah, they're comfortable, but they're pretty stiff. I mean, yeah, it's just the full package. Absolutely amazing. And we're going to talk more about
what Francisco is actually doing, because he has a YouTube channel as well, and it's a pretty cool concept. So definitely stick around to the end of the video here, but I can't wait to start it up again while we're sitting in here. So what we're gonna do is, of course, put it in Sport Plus mode right away, like I did every time when I started this car. And you tuned this car, right?
Yes.
So did you dyno it?
Yes.
You did. So you know what it's putting down to the wheels?
Yes. 590 plus.
590 to the wheels?
To the wheels, 700 pounds of torque.
Holy crap, are you serious? I thought it was going to be around 550, because when I tuned my second C63, they told me you're getting about 110 crank, and then like 120, 130-ish torque because of the downpipes, and I figured that's 550 to the wheels.
No, it was dyno, and it was, can't remember exactly the figure, but 590, 1, 2 maybe. And then what is more interesting to me is the torque, the 700 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of torque.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty aggressive tune.
It is. It is.
Holy crap. Yeah. All right, well, let's take it out on the road. I can't believe I'm driving this car again, man. That is insane. By the way, he has 17,000 miles on it. The first guy that picked it up from Copart, the salvage auction there, he put 1,000 miles on it. I mean, it's so fast. It is so fast. It is definitely not a slouch. It's very different experience from the F12 that I now have. By the way, Francisco used to own an F12 TDF, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about as well. But just the power delivery in this car is just insane, and it's like the way they put the car together. Like I said in the beginning, it's luxury and performance combined, and it's a perfect combination. So it's not as dramatic as I used to think it was, since I'm now driving the F12, which is a lot more dramatic. God, that is nuts. Now, by the way, the original second owner of this car, the guy that actually fixed it up, he was some kind of used car dealer of some sort from Maryland. The only thing that he really replaced on this car was a piston arm, correct?
Yeah.
Because the piston in itself, it was nothing wrong with, but the arm of the piston was bent. So that's what he replaced, and he flushed all the fluids, put new fluids in, of course, and then he put 1,000 miles on the car, and then Francisco bought it, and he's put another 13,000 on it since, 13,000 on it since then.
I mean, I got it at a great price.
Yeah.
Deeply discounted for a perfectly running car.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you get a salvage title,
yeah,
but you know, if the
I don't care.
it doesn't mean that the car is going to be,
especially if you know the history of it.
Right.
In this case, I knew the history of it. So.
And you told one of your business associates that you had bought a car just like this.
Correct. I bought it on the internet, on eBay. Went out on a limb and took a risk basically. And I told him that. Yeah. And then he started talking to me about, well, what kind of car is it? C63S, black. And then he goes, HYDROLOCKED? Did he get HYDROLOCKED? I said, yeah. Oh, I know the previous owner, and then that's how I got with you,
And that's how you found out that it was my previous car. Exactly. The internet is a small world, man. It's crazy. Yeah, because otherwise I would never seen this car again.
No, nor have I met you. No.
Right.
I have tested the car many times, and as you say in your videos, I also went to Mexico and, and tested it at a very, very high speed, and it performed.
Right. We need a C63 back on the channel eventually. We just have to. It's part of the backbone. It's part of the bloodline of this channel. I have to have a car like this again. And since Mercedes announced that the next generation C63 is going to be a freaking 4-cylinder, my plan is that I either buy a used 205 this generation, or I buy a brand new one of the last year they're going to make it, which is I think 2022 or 2021 maybe. So, and then we just keep it forever. because I mean, I will never, ever, 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 ever buy a C63 with a 4-cylinder, ever. It's not going to happen. You have to have this V8 or the naturally aspirated from the 204. But yeah.
And this car will probably be on sale within a year.
I was going to segue to that, but I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah, Francisco might be selling this car early next year. So if you guys are interested, and maybe if I'm interested, I'm going to keep my ear out for that. That would actually be really cool to buy the original C63 back. That would be really cool. So, as I mentioned earlier, Francisco actually has a YouTube channel as well. It's a very young channel, still growing. He just started it up not long ago. But why don't you tell the viewers about your concept behind the channel?
Sure. Well, the original concept, as I said in my very first video, is, you know, I'm retired. I don't need the income. So what I decided to do is basically create this channel in order to obviously get it monetized eventually, and then use the money, the revenue that the channel generates, to buy cars for subscribers, right?
Give them away. Basically, his channel is going to be a giveaway car channel.
Right, but the twist though is I won't select the car.
Right.
The subscriber, basically, whoever is selected randomly, will have the choice within obviously a price range of cars, and then that subscriber will choose a car, and the video will be basically going to the dealership, selecting the car, the options within the price range, and then having the lucky winner either fly to Fort Myers, or the channel will deliver the car to wherever that subscriber is within the US.
That is so awesome. I don't know of any other channel, especially a car channel, that has that concept. It's just so different. And I mean, in a way, it's freedom for you because you don't need the income. You do other things for business and earning money. So when you start earning money on your channel, you're going to use that to give back to your subscribers.
Exactly right. Yeah.
That is absolutely awesome. Yeah. So I'm going to link Francisco's channel in the description. You guys need to run over there big time, subscribe, watch his videos, watch his new uploads, of course, because now you guys know what the concept behind the whole channel is. You have a chance to win a car, and even if you don't win maybe the first time, you can win the second time.
Exactly.
I mean, I just think it's so cool. That's a really, really cool concept, which is also a big reason why I drove down here. It wasn't just to see the car. I wanted to be able to share this with you guys because it's just so different.
But there it is, guys. The last time, maybe, the last time that we ever see the original hydrolocked C63 on the channel. You never know what's going to happen in the future, but yeah, huge thanks to Francisco back here for finally letting me see my car, and you guys, because you've been waiting as well. It's so surreal, like this type of video, especially when you're taking the delivery of a new car, and when you're seeing an old car like this. Like, I don't know how to put this into words. It's so weird. This is such an integral part of the channel. It was such a big moment on the channel when I ordered the car, and then when I finally took delivery, and then what ended up happening to it. It was a sad ending. Everything worked out in the end. We got a new car and everything, but you know, like, how do you do something like this justice? It's so weird. My dream car right here. You guys remember how happy I was that day when I took delivery? And here it is. I feel just as happy today to see it again. It's amazing. Now remember, go and subscribe to Francisco's channel. I'll leave the link to it in the description below. Yeah.